You can start.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Deji. And hi, everyone. Welcome to this session. My name is Dan Morris, and I will be taking you through the introduction to Microsoft Dynamics, or better known as D365. I am a consultant in the IT industry, and I've worked in different industry verticals. And I've also worked for different types of organizations, from financial institutions to higher education institutes. Today, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking you through a quick introduction of Microsoft Dynamics. And what is Microsoft Dynamics? Microsoft Dynamics is a part of the Power Platform family. So it's one of the products that is within the Microsoft Power Platform family. And what does Microsoft Dynamics do, or what is Microsoft Dynamics 365? It's a cloud-based software application that provides ERP, or customer relationship functionality. And it has modules that help deal, to enable businesses to collate, manage, and analyze customer data in an efficient way, thereby improving the CRM side of the business, the sales and the marketing functions of an organization. It has a centralized and unified data approach by using the Dataverse. And there are some, large benefits for using the application, or the platform rather, for businesses in terms of driving efficiencies, as well as optimizing, processes and empowering those businesses. It's easy to integrate because it's part of a family or a suite of products from the Power Platform family. So it's easy to integrate with Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Power Apps, and Power BI. Just a quick overview of the role. What is one expected, or what does the role entail? To be within a role where you are a Microsoft Dynamics, be it a consultant or a developer, you are expected to be, an expert of the domain, who helps others to implement the latest technology to meet the business needs. And you also help to discover and gain a little bit more expertise needed to become a successful functional consultant. It helps businesses, enhance the business process through the use of D365. And also what's needed, for the role is one, to have, good communicational skills to help improve customer relationships. And there are various types of roles that one can get into once you go through, the initial introduction phase of the training. Obviously, from the introductory phase, one can then go on and further their skill set by either, deciding to go through the developer route, or you can go through the low code development route as well. You can go on all the way to become a solution architect. You can become a software tester. You can become a systems administrator within the Dynamics 365 space, or you can become a business analyst. So these are various roles that one can actually go into once you decide to go, the Dynamics 365 route. And what are the responsibilities um, that are required, to do, to undertake the role? Some of the responsibilities are you are tasked, with designing, building, and testing, and also deploying Dynamics 365 solutions. And you also do, development of specifications, and you try and interface that with customers to test modifications and also to resolve any issues if they arise, whenever they arise. With any software product, there is bound to be issues that arise, but your role is to ensure that there is minimal of those issues that arise, and when they do arise, you try and deal them, effectively. And some of the things that are done as well, to undertake this particular role, you do things like customization and configuration of the product to suit clients' needs. And with the customization and configuration, it's sort of like split into two parts. One part, you simply go and you do tweaks within the particular product, so you are not actually using any code. And there's also another route where you can use low code on the particular product to try and make it do certain things, or try and make it align to an organization's business processes. And then there's another route as well, which is the heavy code side, should the need be, to try and make sure that whatever the product does, it aligns to an organization's business processes. But the beauty of the product is it's already embedded with lots of functionality. So in terms of trying to make it to do certain things, it's got the capabilities to do that on its own. Or you can also try and use low code, which is one of the key things, that is I would probably say one of the best practice ways of dealing with the product. And one of the key things that I took was you need a bit of experience, especially if you want to go, the functional consulting route for Dynamics 365. So you need to start from the bottom, gain a bit of experience, gain your certification, and then you become, a fully fledged functional consultant. But also within the functional consulting route, there's various levels. You could be a junior functional consultant, then you become, a mid functional consultant, and then you eventually become a senior functional consultant. And from there, you can still progress into other routes as well, like becoming, a functional architect, if you so wish, to progress to that level. And one of the key things that is required is for one to have good customization and configuration skills, which are some of the key things that we'll be doing on this particular course. So once we start the course, we will give you access to the product. We will show you how to customize and configure the product. And when you go out in the industry, one of the key strengths that you need is good and strong communication skills, because at the end of the day, you are selling a product to a client or to an organization, or you are working with that product for an organization that you work with, and you need to be able to articulate what that product does and what benefits an organization can actually derive from that particular product, which is Dynamics 365. And what does the role do, and how does it align, with others? So if you go in as a consultant, the consultant establishes and describes, the current processes, and they also try and clarify what are the needs for the customer or of the customer and the clients, and they try and break whatever bottlenecks are there, and then they help to design and develop a solution. And Dynamics 365, as I said earlier on, is built on the Power Platform. So it's built within the Power Platform family. And there are various flavors of Microsoft Dynamics. And for a particular course, we'll probably, lean more towards the sales, service, and maybe the marketing. But however, we'll try and introduce all the other flavors of D365 to you as well. And this is built on the Power Platform, what D365 uses is it uses the Dataverse as a database. So all the information is stored in one particular place. When it comes to trying to report on that data, it becomes easier because there are tools that you can use, to extract that data or to sort that data in a particular way so that it gives you a bit of meaning. And if we go on to salary scales and benefits, and I know we've got people, from different geographical locations, but the examples that I'm using here are based on the UK market. So the figures that I've got on there, if you could look at them in pound form. So you've got, for example, functional consultants. If you want to become a functional consultant, or if you become a functional consultant, the salary ranges from about 30,000 to about 80,000 pounds, per annum. From developers, you're looking at about 45 to 85,000 pounds. Architects, it goes slightly higher. You're looking at about 90 to 110. But obviously, there are other organizations that pay even more than the salaries that I've highlighted here. But what I've just done for purposes of this illustration is just to give you figures that are within, the median variant of the scales. And also you've got business analysts that potentially earn from 40 to 70,000 pounds. What are other benefits, that are usually thrown in there when a job is advertised? You've got flexible working. So a lot of work at present. You get a lot of organizations that are working remotely. So if you're lucky, you could get a remote job where you are predominantly, based at home, and maybe you might need to go into the office maybe once or twice a week. And there are certain organizations where you only go in once or twice a month, and certain organizations where you're 100% based at home. And majority of the organizations, they are quite huge on training and progression. So they do offer, training support, things like, allowing their employees to get time off when they study for exams. And also at times, some organizations do offer training vouchers for their employees, and some organizations do actually pay for exam vouchers for their employees. Some go on to provide gym memberships, and some go on to provide, cycle to work schemes, and so on and so forth. So I think, in a nutshell, if you are wanting to go into Dynamics 365, that's what one will be looking at. So I don't know if there's any questions from anyone, so I can